Hey everyone, Brenda back again. I apologize. I have been trying to download the part 2 to my video, and I've spent the last 24 hours trying to download it, and all it does is it continually only downloads 21 minutes out of a video that's, I think, 32 or 33 minutes. So anyway, here is the rest of it, part 3. Thanks for watching.
Down the gold beside it. And really all I'm doing is I'm just kind of circling around the beads here just to trap everything in. Got caught on there. There we go. And got to pull tight here actually. And then back up that red one more time. And then I think I'm just going to go ahead and burn that off. Just kind of wrapped it all around the beads. And I think that should take care of things. Okay, so that's the top done. Now what we've got to do is get the fringe in there. So to do the fringe, I've already put some thread onto the needle here, and that's my hammer thread, and or henna thread, and I prefer to use that because, as I said before, it just allows things to stay nice and loose. So get rid of my ruler there, pull out my pattern again here. And so now all we're doing is we're going to be following this pattern on the bottom here. And this kind of produces a chevron pattern. This is just basic fringing. You've seen me do this before. I'm going to do 1 or 2 of them just to refresh your memory. Then I'm going to go off camera, finish it off, and then we'll have a look at the earring when it's completed. So yeah, I'm just going to do 1 or 2 of those. So really we're following those that fringe pattern there. So what I want to do is I want to get my thread tied onto my earring, and so I'm just going to pick a spot here just to go in between 2 beads. And I don't really go crazy on tying these knots. I mean, by the time you put the fringing on, boy, it's pretty secure in there. Let's make sure you can kind of see what I'm doing though. I don't want to get my knot in between those 2 beads. And I'll tie another one. Not necessarily going to worry too much about surgeon's knots in this one. Alright, and I'm going to just go down the next bead, tie another knot or 2 in there. 1 more bead down should be okay. I don't like it when my thread gets all twisted up like this, because even though it's kind of good for knots, sometimes it can just get really knotted up on you. And henna thread, like many of the Nymo threads, can just tangle really brutally. The one reason I love fire lines so much is because even when you get a knot in it, you can actually sometimes just simply yank on it and it'll come straight out. Whereas this, it's just not easy to deal with knots. There we go. So now I'm going to come out the bottom, and we're going to get rid of that thread right now, or it will drive me wacky. There we go. So I will start the first fringe, and the first fringe is 3 black. I'll put my earring back in frame in just a moment. I'm just trying to, in fact, maybe I'll just get that out of the way, and I'll put that up here. Bring this a little closer, and hopefully that's not too much. There we go. Hopefully it's not too much of a shadow. I don't want to move it too much, it'll fall right off my table. Okay, so I picked up 3 black. Next one is 3 purple, although on my screen it looks totally black, but trust me, it's 3 purple. I'll pick those up off screen. Then we want 3 red, 3 gold, another 3 black, and then we're going to do gold, or sorry, red, purple, gold. And then I'm going to slide that down onto my white paper. I'm going to pick up 3 15s. It's so hard to pick things up from this angle. I'm going to have to work with this whole setup and make it work for me, but for now it'll work fine. Okay, so now I'm going to make sure I go back up all those exact same beads and then right back up into the earring itself. So make sure I'm in frame here. So back up that first bead in the base of my earring. Stick my finger on that and we're going to just pull. Now the one thing to make sure is that your little picot on the end is sitting properly, because once you've got all the other fringes on, it's really hard to straighten that out. So I've actually pulled that very tight purposely. So I'm coming up towards the base in this black bead, the first black bead here. I'm going to go down the one beside it so I can come back out and get ready to create another fringe. Now I'm going to pull that one quite tight as well, but I'm now going to put my finger on my earring and I'm going to stretch that out just to give it some space. And that should make it sit a little bit easier. Okay, next fringe I have 5 black, so we're going to gradually get bigger. This is probably going to be a really long video. Okay, 3 purple, 3 red, 3 gold, move those over to the side a bit. Okay, another 3 black. Yeah, I can't even see them. I'm sure the last thing you want to do is sit here and watch me pick up beads. All right, so then we want a red, a purple, and a gold. And we're going to slide all of those up to next to the other fringe piece. We'll pick up our 3 little red 15s. My lighting in here is so flat right now. It's really, really hard for me to see. That's all good though. Okay, and then once again back straight up and then into that bead in the base. And nice tight pull. Make sure that my picot sits properly. Come on, you. Get in there. There we go. Maybe, maybe not. This is kind of the fight I have often with these things. Okay, so I'm going to pull it snug again. I'm coming up out of that second black bead. I'm going to come down the gold. Make sure I don't get caught. Pull it snug, lay it back down again, and then just kind of stretch both of them out a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to continue on with this until I'm complete with the little beaded project. And then I'll show you the earring, both of them, because I'll make the second one, and I'll be back when that's done. And so there we have it. They are complete. And yeah, I really like these a lot. I'm very happy with how they turned out. Personally, I prefer my fringe to be quite a bit longer than this, but they do look quite nice. I love using the Delicas because everything is just so incredibly uniform. So yeah, have fun with this project. Do remember that you can find it on the website that I showed you earlier, and if I remember, I'll try and pop that link down below in the description box for you. Next project I'm going to be making is I had some comments on one of my videos about the even count peyote bracelet that I did, and I brought out an odd count bracelet, and there were an awful lot of comments where people thought that was the bracelet that I was making, even though I did say I was not making that particular bracelet. Pretty much right off the bat, people got the idea that was the bracelet I was making. So what I'm going to do is, that bracelet I do not have permission to do that on the internet or on YouTube. I don't have permission to do that. It's not my design. These aren't either, but they were a free design that I could use. So and I've also promoted the site. So what I've decided to do is to create one that's, I don't know, kind of maybe sort of similar. And this is going to be the pattern of the bracelet that I will create on my next video. So I'll see if I can find the link for where that one came from as well. So this is, it's still, it's December 31st now, so it's taken me a couple of days to kind of finish this off. I'm going to do my best to try and get this edited and uploaded, but I have a feeling that this is going to not be my last video of 2018, but my first video of 2019. So if it's 2019, when this is uploaded, well, Happy New Year, and I look forward to producing some more fun and exciting videos in the upcoming year. I hope that you have an amazing new year, and wherever you may be, however you may celebrate, look after yourselves, and we'll see you soon.